What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you know every time I put up a new video and or a live stream. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to attempt to take care of an issue folks are having out there. There are still people out there asking themselves the question, should I buy the current generation 2021 or the next generation 2022? Now 2021s are kind of hard to come by, but as I'm seeing locally, and it looks like all over the nation, some of these dealerships are starting to get that last push of 2021 Tundras. So now is the time to figure out what you want to do. And one of the questions people keep talking about is the dash layout. So I want to go over a few things that are offered on the current generation as it pertains to infotainment, the overall layout, some of the features on the dash, and with the next generation Tundra. Is it too much or is it just perfect as far as some of the things they upgraded? Did they go too crazy when they started adding all these modern features? And will you miss the less is more approach of the current generation Tundra? So let's start right there with the current generation Tundra, and we'll get an overall view here of the entire dash layout. Now, as you can see, now this is one of those things in Tundras people always talk about, it looks very outdated. I'm going to be honest with you, I completely disagree there. There's not a lot going on for sure, but everything is easy to use, easy to get to, and it's all the functional stuff. There's not a lot of extras here, all right? So what you're looking at right now is my 2020 TRD Pro interior. We'll just go over some of the features and kind of the layout. Now, 2020 and up saw a few upgrades that you're going to see on this. Now, we'll start with the infotainment screen. It is 8.1-inch infotainment screen with Entune 3.0. Now, that is in 2020 and up. And I will say, this Entune is by far the best system that has ever been offered in the Toyota Tundra. Very user-friendly, no freezes, no issues. It comes with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Amazon Alexa. You do have to plug your phone in for that, but it is an amazing situation when you do. But everything is flawless. I haven't had one issue. And this is something that I've kind of been hard on Toyota about over the years in my Tundra ownership. The Entune that was before this, I used to have some issues with freezing, terrible time connecting to the Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff. This works flawlessly, haven't had an issue, and I'm very, very happy with this Entune 3.0 setup. Also, they went from a 7-inch screen to an 8.1-inch screen going into 2020, and I think, that makes all the difference in the world. Sometimes there is such thing as a screen that is too big as far as, potential driver distractions, stuff like that. But overall, very happy with the system and the screen size for sure. Under that, you will get your climate control depending on the trim you get. This one is based off of a limited platform, so you're going to get the climate control with the digital layout where you can do the individual temperatures. You and your passenger could have different temperatures. It's a great experience. And again, depending on the model, right here you will get heated seats, ventilated seats, and those options right there. When you get down into the beginning of the center console area, you're going to start to see your shifter and then a couple cup holders. There's also USB ports right over by the shifter as well. It is a very basic, clean layout, and everybody seems to really like that center console with how big it is to put all of your storage in. And good news, in the 2022, it looks like they kept the same size as far as the center console with a lot of different options. All right, so right there, that's pretty much your center stack. Everything very easy, very basic to use, no big deal there. 2020 and up on the Tundra saw the push button start. That button is now there. Big fan of the push button start. Make it easy, don't have to take the keys out of my pocket. Some people love the key, some people hate the key. I'm definitely a fan after a year and a half of use with the push button start. Under that, you get your, your trailer brake control options. Everything, like I said, is very easy to use. On the other side, let's jump to the other side of the steering wheel. Depending on your trim, you will get some options over there. Again, very easy to get to. You also have your control to roll down your power back window if you have the CrewMax over there as well. Mirror controls, things like that. The steering wheel itself has controls on it to control your infotainment screen. You can also control your volume. You can control the little screen, the information screen in the gauge cluster as well, toggle through and change the features from there. So it's a nice, easy steering wheel to use. After a while, you start to get used to it to where you don't even need to look at the steering wheel. If we move up into the gauge cluster, now 2018 and up saw Toyota Tundra get Toyota Safety Sense, and they changed the gauge cluster a little bit. Like I just mentioned, that that information screen between the gauges is amazing. You get your individual PSI in each tire. There's a lot of different options on here. It was definitely a big upgrade coming from a 2017 that I had last time. The 2017 layout was nice, but the 2018 and up really crossed a lot of T's and dotted a lot of I's for me and a lot of owners out there. But as you can see, it is a very basic, clean layout. There's not a lot going on. And this is based off of a limited platform. So this is one of the higher trims. Even if you go to Platinum or 1794, you'll see things added, like I said before, the cooled seats, not just the heated seats, you know, the mirror controls, things like that. There's some things that are a little bit different here and there when you get up into the upper models. The only difference in the mirror controls is you get the power folding in the 1794 and the Platinum, but you get the idea. Very, very basic. Now, if we look over at the next generation 2022, you will see the screen is a lot larger. I believe it's a 14-inch screen, and that is optional. That is probably going to be in the upper trims. And there's a whole new multimedia system that we will go over momentarily once we talk about the entire layout of the dash. But if you do the pull-away shot here, you will see the dash, and this is, I got to applaud Toyota on this one. They did a lot of upgrades. They added a lot of stuff to this Toyota Tundra, but I still think the dashboard has that less is more layout. There is a lot more stuff for sure, but overall, it looks again like a very functional type setup. Right under that giant infotainment screen, you will see all of your climate control, just like we just saw in the other truck. When you come down toward the shifter, they still have a shifter. They have multi-terrain select down there. They also have a wireless charger and some cup holders, and then it comes right back in to a giant center console again. Now, some of these trucks are going to come with the Pano moonroof, and you will see the options are up top, just like in the current Tundra if you have a sunroof. So that stays off of the center stack with the infotainment screen and all that. There is push button start in this. You're going to have, you know, your trailer controls, your trailer brake controls, trailer assist, locking rear diff. There's going to be little buttons here and there that are different along the way, but overall, it looks like a very easy setup, and it's going to be very easy to use. When you come over to the steering wheel is a little bit different. Kind of looks like other Toyotas, but overall, it looks like it's going to be very easy to use as well. Now, the fun part in this next generation Tundra is there is an optional gauge cluster that is completely digital, and that will be offered in the upper trims, and that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. There is also a similar setup to what we have now if you go down into the SR5, and this shot right here you will see is actually from a limited. It still has those, you know, analog gauges with a information screen in the center, very similar to what we have now, but I'm looking forward to seeing that 12-inch gauge cluster setup with all the digital stuff that they have going on in there. Once again, that will be available in the upper trim levels. So as you can see, looking at both of these back to back, they really do have a lot of similarities. The biggest difference, obviously, is going to be not just the 14-inch screen, but what is offered with that 14-inch screen, because there is a new system that they're going to be using. I'm going to go over this real quick and just read what's coming with this new Toyota system we have going on. So Bluetooth. It's a simplified Bluetooth, and they stressed here a seamless connection, because a lot of you used to complain about not being able to link up your phone to your infotainment in the truck. It took a long time. There were a lot of glitches, so it looks like they took care of that. You could pair up to 5 devices. That's pretty awesome too. Now this also, like the current gen, has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but guess what, folks? It's wireless now. So that will be awesome. You won't have to have all the crazy wires in your truck all the time. I'm definitely a big fan of that. Can't wait to do the wireless stuff. It also has navigation handoff feature, keeps directions at the ready. Always good to have a sweet navigation system. Everyone seems to use their phone, so hopefully the truck comes with a really good nav system. You can also use your Toyota app with it to create profiles of different drivers and everything like that. You know, we've had the Toyota app for a while in the current gen. You can remote start, you could schedule service on the thing, you could see where your truck is anywhere in the world. There's a lot of great stuff on there, so now you can use it right on your infotainment screen in the next generation Tundra. There's user profiles, like I just said, and they can save your settings, they could save your phones, particularly per person, which is really cool. That's something you don't see every day. Like it says, pair profiles to specific mobile devices and key fobs, so that is neat. And then you have connected services, which is services offered by Toyota. And as it says here, Remote Connect is one of them, gains new functionalities like app-based control for the truck and the horn. There's a Wi-Fi Connect, and a brand new Drive Connect service rolls together cloud navigation, destination assist, and intelligent assistance. So it's a cloud-based option there. So you get a lot of good stuff with the new system. I look forward to seeing what it will do. But overall, I'm here to help you guys decide if you want to get that 2021 or you want to wait for that 2022. There still are a lot of things that we need to learn about the 2022. We got the reveal. We got a lot of information, but you know, there's still questions like MPG. There's still questions like pricing. But I figured we could just kind of break down parts about the truck and we could figure out if it's something you want to do. Do you want to go forward with the 2022 or try to get the last push of these 2021 Tundras? As I said, the layouts will change slightly from trim to trim. Today we were looking at a 2020 TRD Pro, which is, again, based off of a limited platform. And the other pictures from the 2022 Tundra, one was a limited, one was a platinum, and the overall pull-out shot was the TRD Pro. One thing that's really cool, my favorite part about the dash layout in the new next generation Tundra for the TRD Pro is the big heritage Toyota logo over the glove box. I think that looks awesome. Obviously, all the trucks won't have the cockpit red interior that you're seeing in some of the pictures, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of some of the features and button layouts we have on these trucks now. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you feel like Toyota did a good job with updating their dash layout and their interior setup, with keeping it with the less is more strategy they've been going with for a very long time? They upgraded everything, but is everything functional, within reach, easy to use, or did they go too far? Let me know what you think in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook at TundraDude34, TundraDude34 at gmail.com. You guys have a great day, be safe, and be well.